Thank you for joining me here at Bert's Books, the first in what I hope will be at least a semi-regular series in which I will be taking you through some of the contents of my shelves of shamelessness. We are going to be exploring the sordid delights of mass market fiction. We're going to be looking at pulp, we're going to be looking at trash, we're going to be looking at the output of publishing houses such as Corgi, Fontana, Arrow Books, or not least the New English Library. We're going to be delving into genres which include horror, war, action, adventure, teen cults, eroticism, film novelisations and all manner of trashy titillation. We're going to be examining the works of authors of the calibre of Guy N. Smith, Peter Saxon. Who was Peter Saxon? Was there really a Peter Saxon? Graham Masterton. Yeah. So why do this? It's fair to say growing up I had access to perfectly respectable literature, and I think I had a reasonable appreciation of that, but as a kid I never saw much contradiction in reading a Penguin classic during the course of the week alongside some trashy horror. This fascination for me would have had its roots in the childhood gifting of book tokens, which would have given me access to the full gaudy delights that would have been on display in W.H. Smith's or on John Menzies. I believe the gateway drug for me would have been the fairly standard late 70s, early 80s horror anthology. Those would have tempted me into this slightly disreputable world of unwholesome pulp. I'm going to try and avoid the guilty pleasure cliche on this. I do believe if you enjoy this type of literature and you have some level of keeping it in context, then it's no worse than any other hobby. I enjoy these books as artefacts. You find people who will buy, for instance, a plastic model kit and then never assemble it. It sits in a cupboard because they don't want to damage the packaging. Some of these literary items, admittedly the packaging promises a whole lot more than the contents can ever deliver. That said, even if a book is in literary terms a little bit of a dog, I still enjoy these things as artefacts of a lost age of publishing. So I'm not going to try and convince you this type of literature by itself is any kind of complete meal, or that it should transplant, real proper books in your literary diet. You can eat your greens all week and you can still enjoy that sneaky bag of jelly beans from time to time, a bit of what you fancy. Besides which, within this murk, we will come across the occasional unpolished diamond. So I think the point is to have fun with this. If you've been drawn to this channel, I would say it's a safe guess that you already have some level of affection for this type of literature, and I'm not here to bury it. There will be the temptation sometimes to make cruel fun of it. Some of these titles will try me on that. Will try me very hard on that front. However, overall, working on the basis that lowbrow has got to be better than no brow, we're here to have some good trashy fun. So join me again. My plan is for my first review, we're going to have a look at Guy N. Smith's Night of the Crabs. So please do join me for that. Thank you very much.